This video is basically about getting into forearm balance in the most efficient way that I know how. This is, of course, assuming at a baseline that we have a dolphin pose, which is down dog on your elbows, with the elbows being behind the wrists, yeah? Before we get started, grab yourself a couple blocks, water bottle if you need it, something equivalent to a $1 bill or a $20 bill. The higher the money, the crisper the bill usually is. Now, money is dirty, so maybe you want to use a piece of construction paper, but we do want to be able to fold it long ways into a little bit of a, roof of sorts. Yeah, we'll use that later. Let's have a seat. So as you're working through this practice, one of the things we're focusing on is endurance, right? If you can do everything to the end of the video, that's amazing. With that said, you may not be able to do that, and that's what you're building up to. And then if there are certain parts that you need to cut out that the body's not ready for, we're gonna build on the level of difficulty. So stick with what you know before you move forward. Let's just talk a second about the feet. Squeeze your knees as straight as you can. Maybe bring the insides of the feet to touch, but for all intents, we're trying to get those legs straight. So can you point through the ankle and then even squeezing through the arches of your feet? When the legs start coming up into the sky, if we can focus on being able to squeeze them in, then we're more likely to be less wobbly in the sky. Cool, we're good there. Let's cross the ankles. Come onto your shins, and we're sitting in Vajrasana. Knees and ankles are touching, big toes together. Put a little squeeze to your knees, and then grab your money, please. So we're gonna be working with this idea that grab your money in your right hand, and you've got it between the pointer and middle finger. Yeah, you're just making a little clip there between the pointer and middle finger, and you've got that right on the groove. Take that dollar bill, please, back behind your head, and then take the opposite hand and get your same dollar bill fingers ready. Take them behind you with the palm facing away. See if you can grab that same part of the bill. Most importantly, you're grabbing the bill. And then release. When you got it in that left hand, we do the same thing second side. We're gonna take it back behind the head. Try to help the right hand to the center of the back. My right-handed folks, we're gonna struggle a little more here, and then grab that bill with the opposite hand, take it above, let's switch. So we're taking it behind. One of the things that's gonna help is if you turn the bottom palm away, but grab that bill, release, switch it out, clip, clip, grab, and then switch. Clip, clip, grab, switch, clip, and switch. We're gonna go 4 more. 4, switch, 3. And I think of this as like the bottom hand is like the quiver for your arrows. The top hand grabs the arrows, although I guess in this particular example, we're putting the arrows in the quiver. Let's take our bill. You can toss it off to the side, keep it safe. Let's grab our blocks, top of the mat. We're gonna put those blocks medium height. And if you were looking at the blocks down the top of my mat, you would see enough space for my head. You should do the same for your head. Get down onto your hips. Bring your elbows right up against the edges of those blocks. So right in, you might even have some arm meat spilling off the inner edge of the blocks. Wiggle walk your hips back and then drop the head down through. See if you can bend the elbows more and touch the back of your neck with your thumbs. If you don't get quite there, don't worry about that. You can even bury the thumb part of your hand. So the outer edges of the thumb part of your hand, you can push it into the spine, but we are trying to keep the head on the ground. Now, if it's above, that's okay. That's your task, is just to relax the triceps. That's the back of your upper arm. To relax the chest a little more. And then that should help you to release further down to the ground. Can we wiggle walk the hips back And then let's squeeze our legs super duper straight like we were doing when we were sitting down. You might even feel the thighs pushing into the ground. Perhaps you feel the tops of the feet pushing into the ground because you're pointing through the ankles and through the arches. Let's take a breath together. Just exhale. You can relax for now. Breathe in again. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Longer inhale. Match it to the exhale. Start to push into your triceps, into the blocks. See if you can flatten them out against. And if you need to move those elbows back towards your skull, please do. Let's start to press down into the arms to lift your ribs up off of the floor. We're pushing into the thighs. Can you keep squeezing your legs super duper straight? Maybe you push the back of the head into the hands, but the hands for intents and purposes are just the same as they were, right up against the back of the neck. Let's release down. Give yourself a second to recover. We're going to do that 4 more times. Breathing deep. Squeeze to lift off, and then use a little traction to pull back. That should open up your armpits a little bit more. Hug, 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 hug. And release. So we're not going to 100% intensity. Can we go to like 80% and then focus on just staying into the squeeze? Breathe deep. Squeeze, here we go. Pull back. Inhale, relax, charge up those legs, please. Press legs together into the floor. Feel the ribs hugging in, pull back. You should hollow out the front of the body. We're gonna take 2 more. Inhale, relaxing. Push the palms together, thumbs to the back. Hug, hug, hug. Maybe lift the head and release. Last one, please. Breathe deep. Exhale, squeeze for 4, 3, 2, 1. Release down. Pull your elbows back. Bring your hands beneath your shoulders. Come on, hands and knees, please. Let's move those blocks away. You can put your dollar bill on top of it so you don't lose it. And we're coming into down dog because we're gonna warm up the way we know. Well, hold on. Let's spread the fingers out. Fingerprints pressing, knuckles grounding. Turn the elbow points back. Let's dip our elbows back. See if you can tap them to the floor right in front of your knees. And then see if you can feel the whole palm still grounded. Fingerprints, that index knuckle mound in particular. Take it up. Shoulders out in front of the fingers, press into the fingers, and then drive down into the wrists extra hard as you turn the elbows back. And then dip your elbows down. Can we stay here? Push down into the floor, hug your ribs in. We could look to the thumbs, but we really want to dome the back of the heart to the ceiling and feel the front of the body hollowing out. Inhale, come forward, shoulders out in front of the hands. Here too, we can push down into the floor. We're double tapping that cat spine as it is. And then inhale, just soften the spine as you move your hips back and elbows down. And then let's find that protraction of the shoulder blades means the shoulder blades are separating apart and plugging down the back too. And then the ribs are hugging in. We're even anchoring our tailbone down towards the heels. A lot going on, but it's all important. Inhale forward. Cat spine here too. Keep looking forward though. Just hug the ribs in, weight in the hands, elbows down, inhale. And then cat spine, hug in, look down between the arms. One more. Inhale forward. Charge it up. Inhale, drop it down. Charge it up. Down dog, please. So our down dog, let's not talk about rights and wrongs. Let's talk about what you're trying to do. And if what we're trying to do is work on the rotation of our shoulders, the flexion of our shoulders, then we need to do things that work on those things, either build strength or openness, whatever it is we need. Let's first check in with the feet. Feet are about as wide as the hips, hands as wide as the shoulders. And if you're doing this video, I'm assuming you know all this. And if you don't, it's always good to review anyway. So we're gonna push the heart way back towards your toenails. While you're doing that, can you squeeze your ribs in? What you're gonna notice is the shoulders kind of hug up into the back of the skull. That's okay, don't worry about that. Push down into both your heels, and then push down into both sides of both heels. Push your hands even further forward. Start to watch those armpits get even longer. All right, can we look between the thumbs? Soften your elbows down to the floor behind your wrists. And then drop your head, push your chest way back, rise up to tippy toes, and then drop those heels down. Look towards your thumbs. Keep the elbows hugging in. Push the elbows away, both of them at the same time. Charge those elbows straight, and then let's bow the head way back. Push through the heels. All right, we'll repeat that 4 more times. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, elbows down, head drops, heels lift, squeeze. Inhale, look forward. Elbows lift, head drops, push. Inhale, look forward. We got to get those elbows to go down, head drops, heels lift. Inhale, look forward. Squeeze the elbows together as the arms straighten, and then drop your head back. Inhale, look forward. Elbows down, heels lift, head drops. Inhale, look forward. Elbows lift, head drops, push it back. Can we do one more? Inhale, look forward. Elbows together, squeeze, lift, lift, lift. Drop down, lift up, bow head. Take a breath in, open up and growl. Release down, please. Onto your shins. Take a sip of water if you need it. Can we bring our knees together, ankles to touch, hands on thighs, close the eyes. Breathe ocean. Mouth closed ocean. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, we're just centering and grounding and learning to focus. Exhale. Down dog, here we go. We'll do 3 rounds of our Sun A, and you can always step. I'll always give that option. Let's push the chest back, hug the ribs in, feel those shoulders shrug up a little bit to the back of the skull, and then ground down through the heels. Make sure your hands are doing what they should be doing, which is absorbing the weight in as many places as you like. Inhale, ripple forward, big toes to touch, feet slightly forward. Shoulders out in front of the hands. Look to the top of the mat, and then look to the thumbs and stay looking there. Bend the knees, squat back. As you hop the hips, get them over your shoulders. Land the feet quietly. Of course, you can step flat back. Inhale. Forward fold, exhale, get in there. Rise to stand, reach up, press the palms. We need to squeeze everything. This is preparing us to come upside down. Exhale, hands down by your sides. And for today, I would avoid any excessive back bending because that's gonna be the go-to when we start coming into forearm balance, and we wanna try to avoid the deep back bending. Inhale, palms press, look up. Squeeze it all in, not back bendy. Exhale, dive down deep. Flat back, inhale. Hands down, heels lift, feet back, chaturanga, your way. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog, set the hands. Bow the head, push the heels. Let's inhale. Push a little harder, hug those ribs in. See if you can turn the elbow points towards the floor. Are you ready? Inhale, look to your thumbs. Exhale, elbows down, heels lift, push the chest back, look down between your forearms. Drop it down, inhale, look to the thumbs, lift the elbows, exhale, bow it back, down dog. So we're just repeating, but we're looking down instead of back. To the thumbs, please. Elbows down, look down, squeezing, lifting. Down we go, look forward. Lift it up off the floor, bow the head back. Inhale, look to the thumbs. Elbows down, heels lift, squeeze. Lower down, look forward. Lift up together, bow the head. You got one more. Inhale, look forward. Elbows down, heels lift, squeeze. Look down, drop heels, look forward, lift up, bow the head, breathe deep. Exhale, complete. Breathe deep. Exhale, complete. Slow it down here one more time. Inhale, ripple forward, prepare. Squeeze back, look to the thumbs. Hop the hips over the hands and then flatten and lift. Forward fold. Rise to stand, reach. Hands by your sides. Don't forget to squeeze at the top. Inhale, squeeze. Dive down deep. Flatten and lift. Step or hop, chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Set the hands, set the feet. Here we go. Look to the thumbs, inhale. Elbows down, look down, heels lift, exhale, booty to the sky. Inhale, look to the thumbs. Elbows lift, push heart back. Inhale, look to the thumbs. Elbows down, heels lift, look between the arms. Inhale, look to the thumbs. Lift up, bow the head back. One more time, look forward. Dip, squeeze, and then down, dig it up, exhale it back. We need 3 breaths. Stay with it if you can. Two. You gotta stretch. Hug those ribs in while you're at it. Engagement in the front of the body. Big toes to touch, feet slightly forward, ripple forward, look forward. Squat back, look to the thumbs. Hop hips high. Quietly land and lift. Bow it deep, come on. Rise up, reach up, squeeze, and then hands down. One more time, this is about endurance. Inhale, take it up. Dive it deep. Flat back. Hands down, feet back. Up dog. Down dog. Breathe. Look to the thumbs, inhale. Elbows down, lift. Look to the thumbs, lift and push back. Look to the thumbs. Elbows down, lift, squeeze back, hips lift, look down. Heels drop, elbows lift. Head drops back. One more time. Inhale, look forward. Squeeze to the Compression of the hips. Heels drop, inhale, lift. Bow the head back, stay for 3. Take the drama out of the breath. Engage where you need to, but also soften where you can. But try to make it an active journey of choices. Inhale, ripple forward, prepare. Squeeze back. Hips high, into the strength of the shoulders, flat back. Forward fold. Rise up. And then hands down. Close the eyes, experience yourself. We can grab a sip of water. Not too much, please. And then when you're ready, mountain pose, big toes to touch, sliver between the heels. Heart is lifted. Eyes are steady out in front. Bend the knees, sit as far back as you can, but stay looking forward. Just feel your fingers down towards the floor, perhaps they touch, and then rock further back into the heels, but stay lifted in the chest. Only lift the arms up, keep the upper body exactly where it is. Bring the hands in a little closer, steer the pinky edges of your hands towards each other. That should allow the rotation in the shoulders that you need. Start to peel the upper body a little bit more upright. Breathe deep. Forward fold, get in there. Flat back, inhale. Chaturanga, please. Up dog. Down dog. Remember those really long legs we were sitting on at the beginning? Right dog split, find that right leg, point through the ankle, point through the arch, all the way through the toes. Push your chest further back for the stretch in the armpits. Step the foot all the way forward, toes line up with fingers. Back knee down, toes untuck. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to a cactus, sink low into the hips, push into the top of the back foot. Inhale, eagle wrap, right over left, elbows to the sky. Perhaps you grab the top wrist with the bottom hand. Exhale, karate chop the floor as you straighten the front leg. Try to ground down through this front heel, flex the toes towards your shin, and then lengthen. We're gonna try to release the arms, stay where you're at. This is tricky. Try to swim the right hand behind the heart. Might have to help it there. Left hand like it's grabbing an arrow out of the quiver. Maybe you grab a finger or two, or perhaps you go for 4. Take your breath in to get long. And then exhale, let's just bow it down. Inhale, release the arms, plant the palms, step back, plank pose. Lower your elbows into forearm plank pose, and then let's adjust on our mat so that 1, we're on our mat, and 2, we don't want the hips to start out high, and we don't want them to drop down low. We are also looking for that squeeze, that cat spine in the rib cage that we found not that long ago. Let's walk our feet forward towards the elbows. Look between your arms, and then rise up to tippiest of toes. Push the chest back. Feel a squeeze right at the hip folds. Lower the heels down, step back, right, left. Maybe right, left on the palms for a plank. Take a breath. Chaturanga if you want it. We're doing a lot on your shoulders, so skip it if you need to, but up dog comes next. We're all meeting in the down dog either way. Take a breath. Exhale it out. Left dog split, take a second. Top leg as antenna-like as you can. Heart way back. Turn the outer edges of your armpits down. Draw that knee in, step the foot clear. to the top of the mat, whatever you gotta do to get it there, back knee down. Let's take the arms up, inhale. And then cactus for that heart opening. Left arm on top, eagle wrap, grab onto what you can. Elbows to the sky as we breathe in. And then straighten your front leg, bow forward and then pull back. You might need to wiggle the front foot a little further forward. If it's hard to square the hips, let's charge down into the front heel. We could bow the head. As the arms release, stay where you're at. See if you can take that left hand, back of the hand towards the back of the heart. Right hand is reaching up top. Grab your arrows from your quiver and no more than 4, please. Get long as you breathe in. Bow it down as you breathe out. Come into a plank pose. Take your time. Hands plant, back knee lifts. Step back, left, right on the arms. To the elbows we go. Start in a forearm plank pose. Charge down into the floor. Let's walk our feet in. That would be on an exhale. Heels lift. Heart pushes back. Look down to that bar between your letter H. Heels down. Feet back, left, right. Hands down, left, right. Plank pose. Breathe. Chaturanga if you dare. Up dog if you did. Down dog for everybody. So those transitions are no joke, especially working with the shoulders on that. Try to go easy. If the hands aren't grabbing today, you can always use a towel. And then when you review this, those shoulders are gonna open more and more. Let's take one more breath in our down dog. Charge it up. Inhale, ripple forward. Exhale, squeeze back, look forward. Hop the hips high. Flat back. Fold. Chair, pick it up where you left off. Fold. Prepare. Step or float. Up dog. Down dog. Like an antenna, right leg. Step it forward. Arms up. Cactus. Eagle wrap, right arm, elbows up. Chop it towards the floor. Swing the right arm behind your heart. Take the left arm behind the head, grab your arrow from your quiver. Take an inhale to get long. Exhale, bow it down. Plank pose, inhale. Forearm plank pose, exhale. Please adjust. Take a breath in. Walk the feet in. Right leg to the sky like an antenna. Lift the standing heel. Inhale, push into the elbow. Stay for the exhale. Push the chest back. Lower the top leg down, step back, right, left. Take a breath in. Plank, right, left. Take an inhale. Chaturanga if you're coming along. Up dog. Down dog. One breath. Let it out. Like an antenna, left leg. Step it forward. Get the arms in close coming up. And then open them out. Left arm on top, elbows up. And then karate chop. Lean forward, pull back, and squeeze. Release. Left arm is the quiver. Right arm grabs the arrow. Inhale for clarity. And then bow over that leg. Plank pose, inhale. Lower to elbows, exhale, left, right. Adjust. Breathe in, charge into the arms. Exhale, walk the feet forward. Looking down, left leg up like an antenna. Right heel lifts, push the chest back. Shrug the shoulders into the back of the skull. Lower the top leg down, step back, left, right. Left, right on the hands. Breathe in at the top. Chaturanga halfway. Inhale to up dog. Down dog. 3. 2. Last one. Inhale, ripple forward. Squeeze back, steady as we go. Get those hips up. Step or hop flat back, please. Forward fold. Maybe a hop on the next round. Inhale, chair. Fold it down. Flat back. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Take a breath. Right dog split. Step forward. Arms up. To the cactus. Eagle wrap, elbows up. To the fold. Right arm behind. Left arm on top. Grab your arrows and pull, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Plank pose, inhale. Right, left on the elbows, adjust the feet back, forearm plank. Breathe in, protract shoulders. Walk the feet in. Right leg up high. Looking down, bend the bottom knee, lower the top leg. Exhale, push into the elbows. If you're lifting, keep those ribs hugged in. You might need to look more towards the elbows to keep the chest open. Maybe a couple more hops. 3. 2, take the drama out of your breath. Last one. Down dog, please. Push into it. One more breath. Push into it. Left dog split like an antenna. Step it all the way forward. Back knee down, arms up. To the cactus. Left arm eagle lift. Karate chop the floor. Left arm is the quiver. Right hand grabs the arrows. Pull it long. And then bow it down. Plank pose, inhale. Left, right on the elbows. Forearm plank pose, inhale. Walk it to the dolphin. Left leg up, straight like an arrow. Looking down, bend the bottom knee, lower the top leg. Push into your elbows, exhale. Keep those ribs in. As that second leg comes up, try not to rush it. Maybe you're taking a couple more hops. Either way, your eyes are steady. 2 more breaths. If you're up, squeeze. One more, please. Downward facing dog, lift the elbows. Push the chest back, 3 breaths. Yes, you can. Little smile here, because you are courageous. One more time, breathe deep. Exhale, complete. Inhale, ripple forward. Squeeze back, shoulders are like jelly. Step or hop. Flat back. Fold. Chair. And release. Flat back. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Take one breath in. Exhale it out. Let's lower down. Have a seat, legs out in front of you, please. Straighten out both legs. And then keep the right leg straight, bend the left knee. Pull that heel in pretty close to the groin. And then can we push the foot into the inner thigh and then hug the inner thigh back into the foot? That's gonna get the toe and the knees of that front leg to point straight up. Take your left hand, wrap it to the outside of that front foot. Take the right hand to the outside of the big toe side, and then bend the elbows. Bow your head between the arms towards your knee. And then bend the elbows more, pull the crown of your head towards the foot, kick through your front heel, feel the toes peeling back. Exhale, soften over the leg. Notice the shoulders creeping up towards the skull. Allow them to retreat. 2 more breaths. Let's squeeze that front leg into the floor and give another kick through the heel. See if you can feel any rotation happening at your hip that allows you to push both butt cheeks flat to the floor. Release, please. Bend both knees out in front, flat to the ground, about hips width apart, toes pointing forward, hands back, fingers forward. Let's lift up into a reverse tabletop. Pause about 3/4 of the way up. Make sure you're nice and centered. And then let's focus on really squeezing down into the palms, turning the elbows back, lifting the hips as high as heart and knees, keeping knees over heels. Lift all 10 toes up off the ground. Press into the big toe side and the little toe side of both feet. Root down through both sides of your heel. Take another breath, please. Can we squeeze, maybe drop the head back? We got 2 more. Breathe in. Lift the back of the heart back of the center of your spine to the ceiling. 1 more. You can relax the toes down, and then let's have a seat. Left leg straight, right knee bent. Bring that foot in close. You gotta create some squeezing there, right? This is gonna help balance and stuff in the future. Right hand to the outside of the front foot, left hand to the inside of the front foot. Bend the elbows out, we thread the needle, bow in the head. Then bend the elbows out more. Slide your top of your head towards that front foot. And then soften the shoulders from your skull. Kick through the front heel, toes are pulling back. Squeeze the back of the leg into the floor. See if the rotation that allows your knee and toes to point up, see if you can find it at the hip. You might need to even fold your belly or pull it in so that you can get a better fit on that leg. That's 2. That's 1. Rise up, please. Both legs out in front. Point through your feet. Squeeze everything super straight. This is going to help for the next time we come. Hands behind, fingers facing forward. Take the hands back a little further. Let's lift up in a reverse plank pose. Squeeze elbows straight, lift the chest. Turn elbow points back. Feel whole hands into the ground. Hug inner thighs. Squeeze knees as straight as you can. Point through them feet. Push your heels into the ground. Push into the wrists. Lift. Expand across the chest. Maybe let the head drop back. Press into the palms beneath your thumbs. Are you with me? Feel that. Breathe. And then release. Cross your shins. Let's rock forward. Just finishing with a back bend. Tuck your toes back behind you. Rise up onto your shins. See if you can squeeze the knees so that the skin on your kneecap works to the outside. We got to maintain tension in our inner thigh muscles. Hands to the lower back. Perhaps face your fingers up and then push your palms into the lower back. Lift the very top of your heart to the ceiling. Push your ribs forward, but then hug the belly in. Should you be inspired to reach back and grab your heels, thumbs out, fingers in perhaps. Maintain that push of the hips forward, the belly pulling in. Keep pushing your ribs forward and now up. And then if it feels good to let the head drop, you can. If you want to lift up just long enough to put your feet flat onto the floor, you can do the same thing. Grounding down into the instep. Hug that knee skin to the outside. Stay for 2. And one more. Rise up, we can go hands to heart. Sitting back on our heels, knees together. Bow the head towards the heart, breathing in. Exhale, sigh it out. Let's bring our thumbs to our forehead. Gratitude for hard work. Give ourselves a little bit of a beating today, but it wasn't without a good reason. I'll see you next time. Work on your endurance, work on your strength, and soon we will be in forearm balance.